I think my immediate thought when I heard about it was like, why are people doing this? But it's apparently like amazingly cheaper than
it's cheaper than heroin.
Cheaper than heroin, and boy. Heroin's
pretty cheap. If you can't afford heroin, you shouldn't be doing heroin.
Well, part of the way they keep the overhead low is by having it just be a mixture of a bunch of, like, obviously toxic stuff. I mean, what I think is interesting about Krokodil is they're starting to blur the line between, like, oh, I made drugs out of Benadryl and, you know, a bunch of other stuff. This is not a Walter White operation. No. If you get a bucket and pour some gasoline and paint thinner in and drink it, you'll probably feel weird, and then later you'll die.
Right, yeah.
People drink it? I thought they would.
It's like an injection.
Yeah.
It's like the worst. Because you can't, because there's nothing, that's the thing. You have to go to so many lengths to get high from this. Because if you smell it, you'll just feel sick and die quicker.
Right.
But, like, if you, like, inject it, it's like, oh my God, I can delay death. Still feel like good for 2 seconds and pass out for 4 days.
Also, you're only high for like 30 minutes.
That's the worst thing.
It's so weird. It's just like our futures are just so bizarre. Like, I don't think anyone saw these, like, things, like, coming, like, that drugs would get to this point.
Right.
That it's so bad.
Butt hash seems better than this.
What's butt hash?
Butt hash is it's like a prison drug, and, like, you go to the bathroom in a bucket, and then you put a balloon or a condom over the bucket, and then you just inhale the methane from it.
From your shit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was, like, supposed to be an epidemic a few years ago, but the general consensus was
an
like,
epidemic?
oh, that's fucking disgusting.
I love the idea of something trying to be an epidemic.
Yeah. We don't know if the shit thing's going to get over the hump.
It's like, oh my God, I guess it's an epidemic? Maybe why don't we just wait this out?
I mean, more people are doing it than we'd like to.
Yeah. A guy did it. It didn't go well.
That was one more person than should have done it.